Fans. I thought our fans were
All your
outstanding.
way here, this was pretty satisfying.
It was just a fun night. And, yeah, I
Very
mean, I just told the team in the locker room how proud I am. One down. I just saw the team kind of rally around him. You know, we've lost our best offensive player, defensive player, now our best special teams player, but they just kept fighting. And from a head coach's standpoint, couldn't be prouder.
It was quite a gut check. It seems that when you trust your guys to go do something, they go get it done. I mean, what does that say about them?
Well, you got to show trust in people. You know, that's how people respond. You know, if you don't show trust in your players, they're not going to respond. You know, and sometimes you got to take chances and show trust. You know, and again, we went for it in our own territory. You got to show trust that they're going to get it done. Because when you do that and they do it, they believe in themselves. You know, and that's what I want this team to do. I want them to believe in themselves and know that they can go do those things. So, you know, this is probably my most satisfying win as a head coach, just because of. I know where our team's at, and I know how hard they fought, and very rewarding.
You took lots of shots down the field on first downs. I mean, you really went for it. Trying to the passing game and yielded results a couple of times. But are you looking for more success?
Yeah, we have to do that. You know, and even sometimes when you don't connect, it tends to soften up the safeties, opens up things in the run game, and you know, we're not the team we were last year. We know that we're not healthy. You know, we don't have Aaron Jones, so we just can't think we're going to go out there and run it 50 times a game and win games. So, you know, the formula that we're doing is trying to control the clock, but also take shots down the field. Mac, I think, again for the third straight week, didn't turn the ball over. He's been playing outstanding. He's efficient. He missed a couple throws early, but he really settled in nice. And you know what Mac does a great job of is we do a lot more run checks that could turn into play action passes. That could also turn into quick throws, and you know, he's almost automatic on those. This kid's very smart, and he's just got that leader mentality. And I think the players are really starting to realize what they have in Mac. I've known it all along, but he's really starting to flourish. And Mac hasn't lost a game in the Sun Bowl yet, so let's keep that trend going.
Seems like Bryce, you know, looking at that drive that went down in this field, they made so many plays in a row there, just big plays they made, and then all of a sudden you guys were able to get off the field and make a play on special teams. What did that mean to turn it around?
Well, I mean, anytime you get a field goal block, you know, it's huge. And we knew if we could get them in field goal situations, their kicker was a little erratic. And we've been doing a great job. That's our fourth block field goal all year. So our block unit has been doing an outstanding job. And it was a huge momentum swing. I think it energized the sidelines, and the offense took control of the game. And really, at the end of the game, man, that was minor football. The line was pounding it. We were running basically the same play over and over again to a senior back that was running extremely hard. And he was injured. You know, there's a couple guys that look out there, Plinky, Napier, they're out there hobbling. One of our linemen went down hobbling, and they just sucked it up, and nobody came off the field. We burned a timeout at one point because I saw about 8 guys out there limping. I said, you know, we got to get our breath right here and try to finish this drive. But Mac managed the clock great at the end, and they burned all their timeouts. Because if they had a timeout at the end of the game, it probably would have been they would have been playing for a field goal. But because of the result that they burned their timeouts, they had to play for the score at the end, and it ended up being a 7-second play. And not like the Middle Tennessee game last year. That would have been 3 plays in that 7 seconds.
Was that the thinking on running it there on third and goal, make them use that last
Make them burn their timeouts. And, you know, Jay Maddox is such a good kicker. And we really felt if we got it within 50 seconds and they utilized all their timeouts, we had a real good chance to win. Because we knew, again, on the kickoff that he would probably bang it out of the end zone, which he did, and then start on the 25 with no timeouts. We'll take our chances doing that.
What does it mean that you guys are still bowl eligible? You guys, it comes down to it, you guys already have the head-to-head. What does this one mean, for those future plans?
Well, we talked about it with the players. You know, we knew that we were 3-5, they were 4-4. If we beat them, we'd both be 4-5, 2-3 in conference, but we'd have head-to-head. 2 teams on our side have been eliminated, so we're not dead yet, and our kids know that, and they want to go to a bowl game, and we got to get 2 of these next 3 to be bowl eligible, and our kids are going to go fight to do that, man. They want to go to a bowl game. The seniors want to finish strong, and regardless of how this season's gone, I'm very proud of this team.
Making a lot of plays until you guys made the really big ones there at the end. Just talk about overcoming that.
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple coverages that kind of got blown a little bit, and they were able to convert some tough catches or good throws. But I'm proud of the defense being able to rally, and we shut down the running game, and when it came down to those big third downs and stuff, and we were able to get off the field and give our offense the ball.
What does this win mean to you guys in terms of your confidence in knowing you can do it now?
Oh, it's big. This put us right back in the spot, to go to a bowl game, and we can do it, and I think we proved it to ourselves, proved it to everybody, and we got this one down. We got 2 more to get the wins to go to 6, and we can do it definitely.
How proud of you of this team?
Oh, big time. Offense, when we needed them, they did it. And defense, when we needed them, we did it. It was a big stepping stone for us.
This year, last year against Middle Tennessee was big, but just given everything, all the injuries, how big is this?
Oh, it's huge. I think a lot of people count us out from all the injuries. LA went down today, and and Jeremiah just stepped right in, and he dominated on the runs, and I think that's a big point for us and be able to show that we can overcome that stuff, and that we're gonna keep us going.
Right before the block field goal, you guys had a chance to really hit the ball, but at any point you think, you wish you could have had that ball.
At that point, you want to be able to make that play, but we were confident in ourselves that we were going to stop it. And they've had problems with field goals, and we had Nick Usher in there, who's a great blocker for that, and he got right in there and stopped it.
Do you think they were going to complete that Hail Mary?
No, no. We had too many guys down there, and I was just hoping for them just to bat it down, not bat it to one of them.
Can you talk a little bit about what you saw from their quarterback, Jackson? You guys hit him in the mouth, put a hole in his lip, he comes back and still play pretty well.
Yeah, no, he's a tough guy. He's a great athlete, and I think he showed, be able to take those hits, and he was still completing, like dimes out there that were, that we can't really defend, and, I give it up to him that he was able to finish the whole game, and keep competing.
Seemed like when they had that big drive down there that they converted a couple of third downs, and then you guys stop them and they missed the field goal. How big was that getting off the field there?
It's huge. We stopped them. They didn't go ahead. They didn't take a lead. We gave our offense the ball on like the 30-yard line. So and then they took advantage of it. Went down there, kicked the field goal, and we stopped one more time.
What does this just do for the confidence the rest of the year?
I feel like for the seniors or the people that haven't beat Rice ever, just because they beat us for 6 years, it gives them a lot of confidence. It's one thing they accomplished since they've been here. Hopefully it's just a stepping stone to next week at ODU.
Were you afraid on that last play that they were going to somehow come up with it in the end zone?
You always afraid of that because every weekend you see team catch a Hail Mary and win the game. So I ran up to the quarterback. I was like standing next to the quarterback looking at it, and I'm like, all right, we're good.
Quite a long drive that you got lots of carries on.
Oh yeah, it was a fun one. At the beginning, Coach came to me and said, "Hey, this is all on you," and I said, "I love it, and that was it. Called the same play however many times in a row.
You didn't get a lot of carries before that. Was that to keep you fresh for that kind of moment?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know the rhyme or rhythm to the play calling. I just during the week I practice what I'm given, and whatever's called, I run it. And so I honestly have no idea, but they call my number and I do what I'm supposed to.
You gassed there at the end?
Nah, not at all. Nah, we have a great strength and conditioning program, so top of the line.
And then same question as last time you guys beat an Owls team. 4th and 1, your own end of the field, you guys go for it. What does that say to you?
That just means Coach Kugler has a lot of trust in me and the O-line and the receivers blocking on the perimeter, and I really appreciate that. That's a real boost in confidence when we're backed up in our territory and the coach still trusts you to get that first down. I love it.
That last drive, what does that say for the O-line?
It says I'm probably going to have to buy them something. I don't know, because it was, a lot of people say, whatever I did, whatever, but, they don't get any glory, and that was all them. I promise you it was all them.
3 games left, you stole the ball as well. What does that do for the team?
It boosts our morale a lot. Coach told us going into this game that if we'd beat Rice, we'd have the same record as them, but we'd have obviously the head-to-head matchup if we won. And so, that just means we're that much closer to our bowl dreams, and that's the goal every season. So it's a big shot in confidence to our team.
What does it say about the team in general that you guys have responded the way you have after all of the injuries, after everything that's gone wrong? You still have the guts to kind of pull stuff out.
We're fighters. We're fighters. I mean, you can say what you want about us. I mean, we may not be the most talented. I may not be the most talented, but we're going to go out there every game and fight. We're going to fight, and we're going to beat teams that people say we shouldn't, and we're just going to fight.
How proud are you of this team right now?
Extremely proud. I mean, we just keep having setbacks, and we just keep fighting. And I think that says a lot about the character and just the want-to of the team to keep fighting back and keep playing hard every game.
Dal went out early in the game. How did you guys rally around that and continue on from that?
I mean, obviously, the huge part of our team. He's our leading rusher going into the game and then being an integral part of our special teams. So when he went down, everyone else just kind of knew that they had to pick their game up, and we kind of used that as a rallying point because obviously it's tough to see him go down, and we feel awful for him, but we just knew that we had to pick it up.
Toward the end of the game, were you just looking for Plinky, knowing he'd get it done?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great target to have out there. He's big and athletic, and he was doing a great job competing out there and playing really hard, and he was finding a way to get open.
You got the ball for nearly 8 minutes in the last drive. What does that do for you guys, knowing that you can pull that off?
I mean, it just gives us more confidence to be able to have a drive like that where, we were just kind of running it whenever we wanted to, and, we were getting big chunks in the run game, and to control the clock like that at the end of the game was huge, especially as a confidence builder.
Talk about the offensive line.
Did an unbelievable job. I mean, we're banged up at that position also, and we're kind of patching together an offensive line, and they did a great job. No sacks, and to have a drive like that at the end where we just run the ball and control the clock and keep the other offense off the field and get points out of it was huge. They did a great job.
Took lots of deep shots throughout the game, especially on first downs. I mean, it's got to be nice to be moving.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice that they have confidence in me to throw the ball down the field, and there were a couple throws that I wish I had back. I feel like I should have made, but overall, I thought we did a decent job in the passing game, and we're successful in some of the shots.
Feel like Jaquan's kind of becoming the go-to guy, or was this just his night?
I mean, it was just the way the defense was playing. I think all the guys, I have confidence in all the receivers, and a couple weeks ago, Tyler Batson had a great night, and he was anointed the go-to guy, and then now Jaquan steps up and makes plays. So, all those guys are playmakers, and it just kind of depends on how the defense is playing us. Who's going to have a big night.
What's the confidence like right now?
Very high. I mean, that was a must-win game for us, really, and now that we got the win. We got another good team in Old Dominion next week, and we go on the road there in Virginia, so we have to be ready to play and hopefully get a win.
You said they had confidence in you, they being the coaches. So how did you come in this game with a lot more confidence?
Yeah, I mean, the past couple of weeks we've been able to open things up and kind of throw the ball a little bit, so that shows me that they believe in me and are willing to let me open it up, and so that definitely gives me some more confidence.